we're looking probably at about 8. That would be my guess. That'll put us somewhere in this area, I'm guessing. Right there. So if you look at it again, half of it would be 12. So just eyeballing it, it's like right there. So that will put us right in that region. Looking at it here, it's going to break just slightly, and then it's going to really break more right in here. So I'm seeing just a little bit of break, and then it hits this. So I might be a little, right planted a little strong. And again, I'm going to switch to my forward view, and I'm just going to read it. So flat, flat, breaking, breaking. We'll go about 8.5. Pledge is 15, 27.3. I'm going to add 2. It's going to put me right around 20% or so. Should be in. Alright, so good start to the back. Tricky hole, pretty tricky hole here actually, especially into this one, because what it will do is it's going to hit and bounce back, and I play full backspin on everything, so I might take just maybe a tad off here. But so what I'm looking to do into this heavy of a headwind is land it probably 3 yards past and play the backspin. If I'm past the hole and left, it leaves me with a tough breaker. If I'm short and right, it leaves me with a tough breaker. So if I'm right here, it's pretty good. It's not a bad putt. And if I'm looking at this wind, if I land it over here, it should hit, in worst case scenario, come back in that acceptable region. Alright. So it's going to be 33.2. Plus the elevation is going to make it about 34. So 34.61 is going to put me about 195. So about 97% of my 4-iron. And again for this wind, it's going to break about 11. And it might not break that much, but that's okay. I've got the wind to help shoot it back to the left a little if I'm off. So I'm going to go ahead and play full back on it here. Get down. Oof, so close. Pretty good shot, especially that heavy of a headwind. Not a whole lot in this. Could just meter slide it. You can see there's actually a decent little amount of break. So, tough call here. I'm just going to play it a little outside the hole and hit it about 4.5. Alright. Okay, so 12. Obviously, I've had 1 or 2 good rounds flow here, so over here into this wind, it's going to hit, and bye-bye, balls on the beach and the ocean, never see it again. So my goal is to be right of the flag. Pin on the right's not bad. Doesn't look too bad of a putt. Even if I go past a little bit, the putt's not horrible. What I have to watch for is there's a ridge right here that runs all along that, and it'll actually, it could come back and go this way, or it'll just hit the ridge and die, and then I'm left with a breaker over a ridge. So I want to make sure that at least I pin high. So that's the importance of here. Tricky shot. Probably not going to be able to use full back. Definitely won't be actually, unless I want to hit a 3-wood. I have no interest in hitting a 3-wood, to be honest with you. So, let's see, we'll get this lined up where we want it. Again, if I play a 3-wood, that brings in more wind into a right to left hole, so I really don't want to play around with that too much. I'm going to play it way over here. I'm going to play it pretty safe line. I'm thinking it's going to add, let's see, probably 2 for the elevation, brings me to 217 plus 5, brings me to 222, which is about right here. Pretty good line. Looks good. Yeah, absolutely. Nice. And again, that was more of a feel shot. As you can tell, I didn't use calculation. It was just, my experience, what I think it's going to do with the amount of backspin I put on. So every dot, or I don't know what you want to call it, every little ounce of backspin decreases distance. So that was just more of a feel. Alright, so already know definitely going to have to hit 3-wood into this hole. Don't have a choice. Okay, into this wind. So I got to add 25 yards, so that's going to be 250, 240, 247. What I've noticed is it tends to play a little shorter. Again, on this hole, there's ridges I got to be aware of. There's actually a ridge here that'll kick it back to the hole. So if you're playing a right to left wind, you can use that, and you can just mislay it, or however you want to do it, play more wind and utilize that ridge right here, and it will get pretty close to the hole. Short is makeable, so anything below the hole but above, and you can see it right here, anything above that ridge is going to leave me with a pretty nice putt. Even a little past the left is good, long and right isn't good. Okay, so now we need to figure out our wind. Looks like about 20, 23. Because I am hitting a 3-wood, it might go a little less. 20, so I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it 20. Yeah, so I'm going to play a little off. I'm thinking, let's see, if I hit this with full back, just under 100%. Oh, that's not good. So it's going to come up way short. Just because of how bad I missed it. Yeah. Absolutely horrible shot. So an interesting shot here. So it's coming down the hill, but I'm into the wind. So I know for me, my pitch will go 20, 22, 25. I don't necessarily feel comfortable with that, especially into this wind. So I'm actually going to figure out what it would be to hit into this one. So somewhere around 20, 29, 28. I think probably about 5. So for me, I'm going to try to land this a little past and bring it back a little bit. So I know right there is about 30. So it should land about a yard or 2 past and come back. Oh boy, it would never come back. Oh man. Definitely going to have to make a note about that shot. I was worried. So in retrospect, probably a pitch would have been a much better choice. I'm going to work hard here to try to stay this par. Don't want to give anything back. Got a pretty good round going too. Stinks. That's, in heavy winds, everything's accentuated. So when I missed, I missed the ding by a little bit. Do one like that, turns it into a lot.